going to finally go ahead and do the full Demon Brothers team. With the release of the Festival Estarossa, we finally have a festival character for Meliodas, Zeldris, and then this Estarossa here, and I gotta say, I've been absolutely loving this Estarossa. The Zeldris as well, by far one of my favorite characters. Unfortunately, you don't see a whole lot of gameplay of him because he is a backline support and probably the best at his job. I mean, the Barn is also, these two have got to be by far the best backline units in the game. The Queen Shot Merlin is also up there. I feel as if though she's a little low on the CC, but being able to give the extra ult gauge puts her on all of the ult rush teams and the unknowns, so they're all super good. We don't have a crazy amount of good backline support characters, and Trader Meliodas, you guys know about Trader Meliodas. He's the best unit in the game for PvP, any PvE content. He's a DPS god, probably still the best DPS unit in the game. This Estarossa is definitely pushing it though in PvP, but if you guys don't know what the Estarossa does, his first card inflicts covert action damage equal to 500% of attack on one enemy. His second card inflicts flood damage equal to 500% of attack on one enemy. The ultimate, which, yes, I did decide to go ahead and do a second rotation off camera. Did get one Estarossa from one of the guaranteeds, I think it was the 300 milestone, and then we went ahead and got the other one at the 900. Not the greatest, the SSR rate throughout the summons was absolutely appalling. Still not the greatest luck, but it is what it is. Decreases all enemies' attack and defense related stats by 20% for 3 turns, then inflicts resonance damage equal to 456% of attack on all enemies. The commandment removes one buff applied to the hero when the hero uses a skill in PvP. Last but not least, his passive. If an ally is a demon or has a commandment and inflicts damage on the enemy, applies darkness on the target if the target has 4 or more darkness effects. Additionally, implies encroach for 1 turn, increase all allies' stats by 5% for every darkness effect on enemies, up to 10 times. And then jumping over to the gear here, still rocking the attack crit set. I will go ahead and make him a HP defense set. I'll probably end up using the HP crit preferably, just so we have the stuff there. I'm planning on doing a whole bunch of box CC grinding, and still, once again, have yet to upgrade the cosmetics. I'm super late on that one. Still prefer the SSR Estarossa skin to all of his others, but this is the team we're using today. Super excited, and let's dive in. And first opponent, an Unknown team. The Unknown team definitely does well against the Demon team here, especially with them having characters like the True Seeker Merlin and the Red Coin Shop Gothar, both super good characters. Let's see here. I'm thinking definitely don't attack into the Amelia, because she will freeze if we attack twice. Let's go for the AoE. We want to be trying to use as many melee cards as possible to maximize. I do have the Green Spiral Association on Meliodas there, so getting extra buffs from the Zeldris passive is going to be really nice. And if we throw out the 2 single target cards, we'll also get the second proc of the melee passive. Surprisingly, almost killing the Rimuru right out the gate there. Honestly, if I'd have gone ahead and used the Zeldris card first, definitely could have gotten that one off. That was probably my bad, but a good amount of Estarossa cards. Honestly, I feel like we could definitely finish him off in this turn. However, that Amelia freeze is maybe not coming out. I swear you should definitely... Okay, Pierce is always scary though. The Shuna is such a fun unit and obviously made to support the Rimuru. However, she just doesn't hold up to what some of the other support characters can do in this game. It's a little unfortunate, but hey, that's alright. Let's see. I really want to throw the level 1 into you, but I'm kind of scared it won't kill. Why not? And then I'll go like this here. Okay, please just pop off as always, Estarossa. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to, but I thought why not? With the encroach there and the extra flood card at the end, we can definitely get rid of Amelia though. Although Rimuru is by far the scariest unit on the team, especially with the support of the Shuna. Removing that removes the freeze, which means we can go ahead and abuse our Estarossa as much as possible. Ram coming to the front there. If you aren't using the Blue True Seeker Melon in the front or the Loli Melon, would highly recommend. Probably one of the better Holy Relics you can get inside the game. Giving the Unknown support is just so strong combined with that extra ult gauge. Level 1 stun? I'm guessing it's a bot from that play there. Could probably go ahead and chuck off this melee AoE as well to get some extra darkness. Kill the... what do we want to... We can finish you off there, and then surely the melee kills with the level 2 card with the darkness. This is my second time using the Trader melee with Estarossa, so I feel like if we can get some of those encroach debuffs on some of the enemies and throw off some of his single targets with a crazy amount of buffs, we could be seeing some real high damage, especially with the fact I have 5/6 almost maxed out. We could get some real strong hits. Unfortunately, not a crazy amount of AoE cards in this team. We have the Meliodas and that's it, but Shuna ultimate going off there. It doesn't do a crazy amount. It's the same one as the Gothar has, so mainly just removes ult gauge. And let me know in the comments section down below what Meliodas you think is going to be the best support for this Fest Estarossa, because I can definitely understand using the Assault mode Meliodas, but this Meliodas as well, on certain teams, you can definitely mix things up. Let's go for the, yeah, we can get rid of you, that'll be perfect. Using this Meliodas, especially if you're using Sigurd, is obviously going to be the preferred pick. All of the amplify effects you can get from him, giving all those extra buffs using your Extort card, all that kind of stuff. Melee is going to be super good, but let's say you're switching it up and using a Red Glox team. Would the other Meliodas be better? I'm leaning towards this Meliodas being better in all of the teams, just because his CC, his cards, the passives a little bit better, the ultimate stronger, all that kind of stuff, but it is always super fun to go ahead and run some of these old units as well. Assault Melee hasn't been viable in God knows how long, probably since Barn released, actually. And the other reason he's good now is because you try and run Barn into Estarossa, what are you thinking? He'll one-tap your Excalibur Arthur, he'll one-tap your Barn, he'll one-tap your Terry, he'll destroy everyone. Let's see here, we'll get rid of you, and then Elizabeth and Gotha isn't too scary a combo. We should be able to lifesteal straight back to full. I do feel a little bad using, why not? And then we target the Gotha here. Surely that card can one-tap as well. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that damage. The debuffs from the Green Sariel probably keeping us alive pretty well. Oh, might have actually overestimated the Estarossa's damage there. That's on me. Well, that'll at least get... Oh no, I didn't even think about the fact we have Infect on us. Oh god. Here I am rambling, not realizing. Oh god, I 100% should have gone full send on Rimuru. And there's another Infect. Oh no. Okay, that gets rid of Estarossa there. Granted, he didn't have a crazy amount of cards in our hand, so I'm fine with losing him there. Does that give Gotha the Holy Relic? I think it might have. Yeah, I was gonna say, that is a lot more damage than I was putting out a second ago. Okay. Definitely would rather get rid of the Rimuru instead. Do I want to rush the Meliort instead, though? The Zeldris would just end up deleting the cards. Actually, if I go like this, we should be fine. Please kill? Yeah, sweet. I know I could have used a single target card beforehand, but I'm not too fast. The damage wouldn't have been... the outcome wouldn't have been that big a difference. And that there will disable the ultimate. It'll also put the dissolve on them, so it'll remove the ultimate for the next turn. So basically 2 turns of ult cancel there. Should be able to finish off the... Oh, that's it, saying our Meliodas survives. Yeah, that Infector really did us bad. This was such an easy win as well until I didn't go for the goddamn Rimuru. What a... I can't believe I've already thrown, and we're, what, 2 matches in? Terrible. Although, Zeldris does do a crazy amount of damage, and the ultimate 6/6, we might have a strong chance against one-tapping the... I was gonna say, no way do you one-tap Gotha there. Could have a pretty strong chance against one-tapping Elizabeth. Her sub-stats and stats in general are pretty inflated with how her passive works, all that kind of stuff. Gotha being gone will help us though. We'll throw off the ultimate, we'll skip into the next match. She's gonna be super, super tanky. Hopefully I don't take too much damage from... Yeah, that's still far scarier than I want it to be. And then Barn just has the same card, doesn't he? Why not? We'll go for this here. Can Zeldris maybe get a crit? This doesn't have the Clave effect, so he can crit. I mean, alright damage. Still ended up getting the win though, and I probably should have been able to make that one up in my head with the Estarossa not being able to crit due to the insanely high crit resistance on Rimuru, combined with the fact we're type disadvantage. That's me being stupid there. Let's see, no thing on the Dursil, so we're free to just attack into you as much as we like. That's probably the ideal starting hand for us as well, getting the Merger and the melee single target into the Merger on the... Is it Resonance debuff? Or not Resonance debuff, Resonance effect card? I still haven't got everything in the top of my head. I even went ahead and called his Death effect. Oh, well, there I am again. The Darkness effect, the Death effect. COVID action. Why couldn't I... He must have something else, man. I cannot get these skills down pat. Using the Ludo cards. If you're not out CCing with Ludo, he's instantly the biggest waste of space. I mean, I just love how the unit's made though. Do hope we get some variation of him, because around his time, he was, after the Demon Hendrickson, he was the first kind of whale unit we got. That's one... I might go like this, and then that final single target in there. But the Blue Demon Hendrickson was the first kind of whale unit we got, where if you went ahead and out-CC'd the opponent, you had a major advantage, all that kind of stuff. And then not too long after that, we did get the Ludociel there. Really, really like both of those units. It's been quite some time since we've had another one like that, so I could maybe see them doing that in the near future. I'd really like to see something like that. Maybe another demon race character, who knows, but yeah, Ludo's just been so much fun since his release. Upon his release, I was free to play at the time and I saved up all of my gems, all of my cosmetic upgrades just to be able to run him at 1/6, but I still ended up outCCing most people just because I had that kind of investment in him. And holy Estarossa cards, that is GG for my boy Escanor there. Level 2 Flood, really liking the animation as well, and first time using the ult since we got him 3/6. Granted, there isn't a whole lot of the darkness effect on the Escanor there. It's alright, no crit though. And this is another scary one. This might be one of the scariest Ludo teams running around at the moment. I feel like another one you could say is the Trader Melee and Darkness Demon Lord Rimuru combo, but I feel like replacing the Ludo with the Diane just ends up being so much more powerful. Let's go for this, and this, why not? Once again, going second with Ludo is just terrible. Still have to make the Sigurd Holy Relic as well. Opponent actually has both the relics for Brunhild and Sigurd, which I can't be asked to grind the birds sometimes. With all of the guild boss and Skull and Hardy and all the other kind of stuff you have to grind throughout the week, combined with working a 9 to 5, doing videos, all the other crap. I know it just sounds like I'm making excuses, but I promise you, I don't know, man. But it's like I can do, I really wish you could auto, but at the same time, it's way too difficult an activity to be able to auto. Look at that, wow. Just entirely due to how strong Estarossa is making everyone through the extra stats, we can actually tank those fairly well, which is crazy to think. Definitely one of the strongest cards in the game at level 1, that AoE. Let's go ahead and actually check the melee stats, what we're looking like. 25k attack and then 330, nothing too serious. We're not running any of those Demon Hendrickson themes where you can just get darkness on everyone and murder. Let's say 1, that'll do a absurd amount and then we'll kind of attack into you again. Hoping the melee AoE doesn't kill her, yeah, perfect. Because that'll get the encroach, which just makes Estarossa insane. Hold on, what? Why aren't you one-tapping everyone? Have I missed something? Does he need the red Sariel on him? I'm so confused. Is the attack down really doing that much for the team? That's alright though, we can watch Melee one-tap everyone here with the ultimate, which is probably just as cool. Still the attack debuff. Man. I'd probably prefer the melee ultimate over the king though, because the king would cleanse in this situation. Let's go... play attack you first, get another one of those buffs, and then go something like that. To this day, I still don't know how this Trader Melee is going to get power crept. He's been out for quite some time, we've had plenty of releases trying to outdate him, the Bloody Ellie, and now the Festival Estarossa. I just don't see him, even if he's the worst unit in the team, with how much he does for the team, it is crazy how good this unit's going to... If you have this melee and you haven't invested in, please go ahead and do so. Did decide to go ahead and swap over to the red Sariel for Estarossa. Oh, this is going to be terrifying. The Christmas Awakened Lily, I wonder where... I suppose you would get all the debuffs from the Sariel anyways. Oh, did he get a merger as well? We could be as good as dead here. He gets up that taunt, 6/6, throws out the ultimate, we're getting one-tapped, and there's nothing we can do about it. What a terrible way to finish off the video. I'm doing another match, there's no way we're ending off on this. He just got lucky and won. Just goes to show how important it is going first in this game still, and the Estarossa team 100% abides by that rule. Going first with this team is ridiculously broken. Let's see. He's almost guaranteed to put up the DN taunt next term, so I think going for this will still be our course of action. If he doesn't go for the taunt, then I suppose we can kind of redirect all of our damage onto the Estarossa or the melee, depending on who we want to go for, but I kind of like the team though. Might have to try some variation of this. At this point, the DN is way too low. There is no point throwing up the taunt on her. Getting the extra, what's the effect called again? Covert action. I might just start calling this the Tentacle Blade card and actually calling them by their names. Because I remember most of the other cards in the game's name. Putting up the taunt on DN. Not the greatest move. We should be able to one-tap her with the Tentacle Blade card, and then we'll move over to Zeldris. Finish him off, and then Melee should be left by his lonesome. No other units to kind of buff him up with the single target cards, get all that amplified damage. He can become a little lackluster, especially if he can't get the second part of his passive every single turn. He is a unit that has to build up. He isn't completely immortal, that's for sure. That's what we like seeing from these random 2-star cards. Only one of the darkness effects. And look at him go. Absolutely tearing everyone up. Could we go ahead and get some more merges to finish this off? Oh yeah, exactly what I asked for. God damn. We'll be able to finish this off with the ultimate as well, but once again, absolutely loving this Estarossa. My oh my. I'll have to keep the red Sariel Grace on him though. Still have yet to completely max out my Sariel. It's definitely something I should have done ages ago, knowing how much use all of the Archangels get, all that kind of stuff. Maxing them out would just make all of the showcases go a whole lot more smoother. We'll throw out that day. Don't really need to throw out the 2-star card in this turn at least. And this Frenzy card will finish off the Meliodas. He's so good. I do like that whenever they want to make a quote-unquote good unit, they just end up giving them a Flood single target card. It's a very strong theme, but it works 100%. We ended up getting, I think it was Will Byers from the Stranger Things collab. He had a Flood AoE and everyone had this initial thought that, oh my god, this is going to be the most unbroken thing in the entire game, and ended up being just hot garbage. Let's go 1-2, get as many of those Frenzy debuffs on Escanor. Frenzy debuffs? Of the Darkness debuffs on Escanor as possible. Might accidentally kill. Oh, perfect. We can finish this off with the strongest attack on Escanor possible, and then whatever this is, we can kind of multiply it by 3 and get his damage. Still not crazily impressive. Keep missing that crit on the ult. Look at that victory screen though. Definitely the best one we've got in this game. But there we go. That just about does it for today's video. Cannot get enough of this Estarossa. If you guys have any team suggestions, by all means let me know. We are going to keep cycling through all the demon characters, get through Bellion, the Molesculars, Derriere, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, any other teams, any ult rush teams you'd want to see me use with him, let me know. Once again, that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit like and subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.